Hello and welcome to another edition of Plus One with Joey from the Item. Man, Joey, we got a couple more weeks left in the regular season and playoffs and then Thanksgiving and then we're all going to be inside after that.
Feels like yesterday we were at week one. Right. 8 weeks later, here we are.
Yeah.
We're having fun.
I swear the football season goes by so fast. It goes by really fast. It's like once you blink, it's like, wow, we're coming to the end.
And next thing you know, Mark is in last place in predictions.
Yeah.
That's what happens every year.
Mark, we got to do something about that, man. You can't come in last place back-to-back years.
Wait till you see his prediction for St. John's Prep Catholic Memorial on Friday's paper, by the way.
Oh, it's coming up for man. Oh man, whoever he chooses. Whoever he chooses, I hope the fan base don't try to attack him. I was gonna go on the show today to give my predictions on that game, but I'm playing in a men's league tonight, so I won't make it.
Are you playing?
Yeah, I'm playing. It's gonna be it's gonna be interesting. It's definitely gonna be interesting for me.
I'm just so used to you with the camera and the notebook.
Right. No, it's a good exercise for me. I played in the summer. I played in the summer. You know, good to get up and down, but it's the recovery time for the legs, man. It ain't the same. Man, last week's slate of games, man, we kicked it off. English went to Medford, seemed to be in control of the game, and then the second half came around. I don't know what happened, but. It was just it was like a tale of two halves for English. Going up 12-0, then losing 20-18. And I mean, I have my criticism of the officials. I'm not gonna get into that right now, but there was a two-point conversion that looked like it was a successful conversion. Both feet were planted over the goal line. He got drilled, but he had crossed the goal line. One ref says it's good. The other ref says it's no good. There's no discussion or dialogue between the two refs, and they just go with the guy that says it's no good. And I was just like, okay. And I had to watch the replay a couple times, and I'm just like, yeah, that should have been a good conversion. But besides that, English shot themselves in the foot in the second half. Yeah,
regarding the replays on that controversy, I'm going to defer to you. I had to cover a different game. But in looking back at the replays online, I don't know. But when you're a fresh program, when you're a young program, these things happen. It's about how you respond, and I'm sure Coach McDonald and them will respond this Friday. They got Somerville.
Yeah, and one thing you can't do in football is turn the ball over and get penalties. They did that. They turned the ball over 3 times to Medford. I don't think Medford turned the ball over at all in that game. Medford took the 20-18 lead. English is driving, moving the ball to get into Medford territory, and then, you don't protect the ball, they fumble it, and that's all. Medford runs the clock out because of that. So, yeah, it's just fundamentals. With the fundamentals, that's pretty much what it came down to in that game.
It is, but the question is, this Friday, they're at home. It'll be a 5 o'clock game. It's funny, I've talked to a few coaches, and they have some trouble with the 5 o'clock games just because their players kind of feel like it's a practice, and, they're maybe not warmed up yet, but I'm sure that'll be no problem for English, and I like the Bulldogs coming out on top. Yeah,
they need to win this game because right now they're on the outside looking in the power rankings. Right now they're 17, so they're on the outside looking in, so they need to win these next 2 games and just hope a couple teams above them drop a little bit or lose as well, so they could, try to get that 15 to 16 spot, because that would be major if they are able to get in the playoffs in Coach McDonald's first year.
And that was a goal of his. Talking to him in the preseason, he was shooting for it all. He wanted that. He wanted a Thanksgiving victory. He wanted to rack up the regular season wins. And so far, I think it's an improvement from what the program was doing last year, just on the standings and everything. And but can you close the next 2 weeks?
Right.
Time will tell, but I'm sure he'll try to have those guys as focused as can be, because you only have 2 trips left.
Yeah, definitely, and also like their 2 losses this season, it literally has come down. I mean, they've lost 2 games by combined 6 points.
And
no, 8 points. 8 points.
Swampscott's a great program.
Yeah,
they're really feeling it right now.
Yeah.
getting the best of Winthrop last week, beating them for the first time in 3 years. So Swampscott is having a strong Swampscott year.
Yeah.
So the fact that they only lost that game by a little bit.
By a block point.
Yeah, English.
A block point, it was the difference in that game. So, combined 8 points is in the 2 games they've lost. They've lost by combined 8 points. Lynn Classical, it was a tough outing out there for them out in Revere. They started off well. They jumped out. The offense got the ball moving, but the Revere just ran the ball really well. I think 3 guys combined for over 300 yards on the ground against Classical, and I think there was a couple turnovers the Rams had, but yeah, it's been a tough year for them. It's like they've been in some games of they've started off well, and then it just like the second half is when things change for them.
Yeah, it wasn't a strong defensive night at all, but I'm not making excuses for Classical, but it seems like every week they've got seniors, juniors going down with injuries, and it is frustrating to have that and to see that as you know, whether you're a reporter, a fan, whatever, you don't like to see that. But he scored 28 points, and Tyron Hound is a do-it-all player. He's actually in the conversation too.
For the MVP?
In Lynn? I think you could argue that.
Yeah.
And he's a great player. He's very physical. He's passionate. But now it's about stepping up because you got Everett at 7:30.
Right, that Friday night game.
That will be a great test.
Yeah, and it's kind of like plug and fill for the Rams. You know, they lost their starting quarterback. The backup quarterback got injured in the game, and I think missed the game. Tyron has had to play quarterback at some point. They had to change their whole offense a couple times because of just the injuries and the manpower that they have right now. So I got to give a lot of credit to Coach Vaughn because with all that, they still have given themselves some chances in games. It's just they're just undermanned at the point, but they're still out there fighting, and they're still competitive, and they're still, some of the games they still had chances to win.
And 2 things are going to happen Friday. Tyron's going to bring it, and Javen Pierre is going to bring it.
Yeah.
He's very much impressed me as a wideout, and whether they're little screen passes or going deep, he loves that left sideline.
Right.
And I'd like to see those 2 really rise up to the challenge and just give Everett a great fight. Whether you win or lose at the end, some things can be positives regardless.
Maybe this could be possibly one of those years you could get Everett. You can get him just because the way their season's going as well too. They're 2-3 right now. This might be. It's not like the strongest Everett team that Everett's put out, but so you got a chance to steal one, and you're at home on a Friday night. You never know. It's spooky season.
I'm looking forward to seeing Paul Halloran too.
Oh, Paul's gonna be there?
He broadcasts Everett. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Shout out to Paul.
Yeah. So that'll be fun. It's always fun to cover a game and see him.
Yeah. 7:30 that game. Kip Academy scored a big win, 50th career program win for those guys against Salem. It was 14-14, and Uriel Feliz caught the touchdown from Machado. Good game. It was a good football game. They shut them out. They shut them out in the second half, I believe. Salem didn't score in the second half, so there was a good effort out there by Kip Academy.
McCullough, it usually takes me a minute to think of my team of the week every week.
Oh, yeah.
As soon as I saw Kip beat Salem and I looked into it and what happened, it took me about 2 seconds to think of which is my team of the week. Very happy for Coach Ravit and Eli Machado, everyone. He is really...
Yeah.
Not to say he had doubters, but,
after, he had doubters.
After 1 week, he had to grow and adapt to that week, which he did, and he's really impressed ever since. I know we say it every week.
Oh, yeah.
And happy for the Panthers, because Salem went to the Super Bowl 11 months ago. So the fact that Kip was able to go in there with the environment, it's Salem, October, you name it. It's just not an easy place to win, and they did.
Yeah, and Salem had one big play by Rocco Ryan, the 63-yard touchdown run, but they really limited him from getting another one because he's really a big play player. So he didn't get another one after that 63-yard run.
And it's no fault of Kip's. I just think the fact that they've only been around for 7 or 8 years, a lot of people did come up to me last week and say, can they play with Salem? Can they beat Salem? I said, yeah. they really can, and I think they proved it. So
Yeah.
happy for 'em.
Yeah, it's one of those like cornerstone. I can't even talk. Cornerstone win for the program that kind of changed their trajectory. But yeah, back to Machado. Yeah, there was a lot of people that had a lot of things to say about him after week 1, and those people aren't saying a lot. They're not saying much now. It's very, very quiet on the Eli Machado criticism train right now, and I'm trying to figure why. Because what he's doing now is not surprising me. It's not a surprise to me at all. So kudos to him, man. He's 8 interceptions, which I think is tops in the state. He leads the state in interceptions at 8.
Well, when he threw 3 the first game, that didn't bother me. Against.
No, I mean he's picked off.
I know.
Oh yeah.
No, I know, but
yeah.
I meant on the other side of the ball.
Yeah.
That's my bad. When he threw 3, that didn't even bother me. It was more so how you learned from it, how you can read the defense.
Yeah.
And he's just done exceptional since then. Happy for him.
Yeah, definitely. Who else we got? St. Mary's. I mean, they just went in there. They handled business. Coach Driscoll had those guys focused. They went in there. All their guys got, between Tyler Guy, Rowan Merriman, Dimitri, Yanel Belliard, they all just came to play, and they set the tone against Archbishop Williams. And it really wasn't much of a game for those guys.
They're going to make noise. They're going to make noise within the next month or so. We've been saying that. And they're just locked in. Not only are they undefeated, but they're doing it in a way that winners do it. They're beating the teams convincingly that they should do it against, and they're eking out the tight ones. Just Coach Sean Driscoll and company, they know what they're doing. It's a winning program, so. Yeah,
they got Cardinal Spellman coming to Manning Field this Friday, which I think Cardinal Spellman beat them last year.
Friday? Saturday.
Saturday. Yeah, I think Cardinal Spellman beat them last year. I think they did beat them last year, but
I know the final was 14-0. I'm forgetting who won.
Yeah.
That's weird?
Yeah, because I remember they went over there because I think some guys got injured in that game too, and that's what I remember. So I don't foresee that happening again this year. Considering I'm not sure. So I thought they were going to play Bishop Feeheen this week, but it might be next week when they play Feeheen, because that's the big one right there. Because that one right there is going to be for the conference. So you want to go in this one and handle business as well, and just not give this team any idea of thinking they're going to win this game.
Bishop Feeheen, that's the ultimate test, I think, for St. Mary's, conference opponent. And look at what Feeheen just did to Bishop Fenwick. And we know Fenwick and St. Mary's can really go at it.
Yeah.
And Fenwick beat St. Mary's last year, and Feeheen but you don't want to look at that. You want to just look ahead and think not about the patterns, but what you can do on that week. I'm really excited for Feeheen and St. Mary's. I think similarly to, just certain teams have tests, whether it's in their conference or in their division, and this is that one for St. Mary's.
And in that league, it's a three-team league, and it's a 3-team race in that league right there. So this one with Feeheen already defeating Fenwick, they could wrap up the regular season crown if they beat St. Mary's. But if the St. Mary's beat them, then that Thanksgiving game is going to be all interesting, because that'll determine the league winner. So it's going to be a lot at stake.
There's a lot going on that Wednesday before Thanksgiving.
Yeah. There's something happening at City Hall too, the Tuesday before, as far as like.
I'll be there.
Yeah, I think I'll be there too. Lastly, Lynn Tech, they fell to Whittier Tech 32-26. Jadil Ortega, though, Coach Renner informed me this. He broke Stephon Gravely's freshman record of touchdowns for a freshman. Gravely had 9. Jadil Ortega has 10 on this season. Valiant effort by Tech at that game, but Whittier's a really good football team.
Whittier's a great football team.
Yeah.
And tough to do that on the road as well.
On a Saturday, too.
Not easy.
Senior night, too. It was a senior day for them.
Not easy, but I hate to be Mr. Positive, but they were able to find the end zone. They were able to contain him a few drives. Ultimately, I think they just ran into a tough wall there. And when you're not looking at familiar surroundings, it can be even harder. But Tech very happy for Jadiel. He's a good player, good kid. So
yeah, definitely. And they fell down double digits, so they were playing catch up the whole second half and stuff. But they still fought. They still fought. That's one thing Tech has been doing this season. They've been fighting. So I think they're still. They might have dropped in the rankings. I'm not sure. I forgot, but
have to look.
Yeah. They still got a chance of making the postseason. So and this loss might help them because you know how these rankings go. Some losses help you.
It's interesting how Thanksgiving games affect things this year.
True.
And also, just we have great games in the city of Lynn.
Yeah.
I mean, I truly don't know who I'd pick right now between a few of them. So I'm looking forward to it.
Oh yeah, there is. Yeah, there's gonna be some intriguing matchups for Thanksgiving. Yeah, week 8 kicks off. Week 8 kicks off Thursday, but Friday is the action. 2 doubleheaders at Manning Field, back to back on Friday and Saturday. If you're not doing that, make sure you check that out, and then make sure you read their predictions for week 8. Let them know who's on top of the standings.
Me, by a while. Just saying. Ever so humble, but no. Anne-Marie Tobin just came in second place.
Okay.
And Mark's looking up right now. So come on,
man.
Mark. He's got to figure it out.
Maybe Mark will have better luck during basketball season.
We'll predict a few games, maybe.
Yeah. Maybe his prediction rankings will go up during basketball. We'll never know. But make sure you go check out Joey on Item Live. Check out any new articles you got out.
Yeah, we got new articles. We got stuff from Mark, Anne-Marie, Owen Finn, our intern from Endicott, is doing a fantastic job, and stuff from myself, full football coverage Friday and Saturday, so check out itemlive.com.
Oh, man, you busy this weekend.
We're busy. We're busy. We got some games, but, we get to do it. We don't have to do it, so it's fun.
This is true. All right. Y'all been watching Plus One. Have a good one.